unsolved mysteries, very peculiar mysteries, when it comes to the East Palestine train derailment, the train crash. But one of the most mysterious is the pre-placed orange car that just happened to be sitting right next to where the train would crash. And both this pre-placed car and where the train would crash correspond directly, it seems, with Sulphur Run, which feeds into the Ohio River. In this video, I'm going to show you what I found as far as this mysterious orange car. Please share this everywhere, because the more eyes we have on this, the more researchers we have looking into this, the higher the probability that we find the answers that we're looking for. The pre-placed orange car, which happened to align right with the first cars caught up in the crash, which also aligned right with the Sulphur Run waterway, which feeds into the Ohio River, and then later the Mississippi River, and then the Gulf of Mexico. We can see this car engulfed in flames, fiercely burning. But why was this car here in the first place? And what are the odds that it's sitting right next to where this train crash would happen for months and months and months? And let's not forget the movie White Noise, which just came out and also seemed to have predicted this crash. Why was this car full of flammable material, seemingly, allowing it to catch fire? This makes no sense. I was able to find it on Google Earth, July 2022. And another data set shows it before the crash as well. And it lines up right with where this burning car is in respect to the train crash. Right next to the train crash. How does this make any sense? So let's dive into the mystery of the pre-placed orange car. The first cars left after the train crash were strewn right in front of these two drainage pipes, which are a pretty rare occurrence as far as these tracks go. I scrolled and panned along these railroad tracks for a while, and I couldn't find another example of these types of drainage pipes. And they seemingly connect with this reservoir, as you can see in this photo. So why would they have left this car right next to the tracks, in a position that would correspond directly with the East Palestine train crash? Very, very peculiar. So I found two archives of satellite photos, which help us pinpoint how long this car has been placed there. So I found two data sets, the World Imagery Wayback Machine, and also Google Earth. And by looking at snapshots of this area via satellite photos, or maybe it's aircraft photos, I'm not exactly sure how these were obtained, we can triangulate about when this car popped up. And it seems to have been pre-placed at the precise location that the crash would happen about 8 months later. So let's start with the World Imagery Wayback Machine. I have this all linked up in my article, link down below, or just go to timtruth.substack.com. And the first snapshot is dated January the 12th, 2022. But I don't think this is exactly when the shot was taken. I think this is an as of date. So I think this is the data set as of January the 12th, 2022. And what we can see clearly is there's no car where it'll later pop up about 9 months before the crash. But if we go to the next snapshot, as of February the 23rd, 2023, which is actually after the crash, but we can tell from the photo that this is actually before the crash, that it was actually snapped. And in these photos we can see this orange car in the exact same location. Now what's very strange is this car catches a blaze, and you can see the top of the car, and presumably the contents of the car, burning bright along with the rest of the crash. It seems like this car was on fire. Now, why would they set a car right at the location where this crash was going to happen and not empty it out? It seems like they had flammable material in this car, right by the mouth of Sulphur Run, which feeds into the Ohio River, which feeds into the Mississippi River, and then the Gulf of Mexico. Why would this car be here at the precise location of the crash? And how on earth could it catch on fire and burn vigorously? Extremely mysterious situation here. Was this staged? Was this intentional? Did they set this car here with some payload that they wanted to burn off at the same time? The location, both in terms of the waterways and where the crash would end up happening 9 months after it popped up, are extremely suspicious.